Now to a story that is positively Jack's. As thousands of teachers wrap up their first week of school here in Duval County, we want to shine a light on their work making your children feel welcome, safe, and energized to learn for this school year.
So I recently met teacher Tiffany Scott, who asked us to share some great news about the school where she works, George Washington Carver Elementary. And so we told you last week about the students' hard work. They raised the school's grade from an F to a C last year. So excited. Now Miss Scott is sharing her secrets to getting her students engaged in learning.
I love it. Good job, Jace. What else did you
Tiffany Scott teaches fourth grade math. She just started teaching.
What made me decide to take the job here at George Washington Carver was this quote that I've always kind of lived by, and it's, if you want to see a change in the world, be that change.
George Washington Carver had received 3 consecutive failing grades. It was struggling, but as Scott learned, that does not and should not define this school or its students.
I wanted to change that narrative. I wanted to show people that we can make a difference.
Principal Charlene James says when she interviewed Scott, she knew immediately.
I saw her energy and I'm like, yes, I want you on my team.
Scott hit the ground running, immediately immersing herself in her students' lives, recognizing the need to bridge what she described as a gap between the community and the school. She started attending some of her students' after-school activities, football games and soccer games. She created a community board in her classroom.
Students could bring anything in that represented them or was important to them. They began bringing in pictures of their football trophies, military members. One of my students, his mom actually passed due to COVID, so we brought in a picture of his mom, and it was so many different avenues that these relationships turned into academic success.
She comes in first thing in the morning and she's like on 10 early in the morning. So she wants everyone else to feed into her positive energy as well. So she keeps that energy all day long and she takes that to the students and she makes them own their learning.
And it's working. James says thanks to Tiffany Scott and all the teachers and staff at George Washington Carver, the school raised its grade to a C from an F last school year. Scott turned her classroom into a football field to help motivate her students to study for the state standard tests.
Hey, we did it, we did it.
Ooh, kiss your brain.
Scott says she's just getting started.
I come from a family of all men, brothers, a dad, and I was always told that, you know, your superpower is your heart, and I really think with a heart and a positive mindset, you can get anything done.
Isn't that the truth? Scott says she is just one of many, many fantastic teachers at George Washington Carver, all of whom motivate each other to do whatever they can to help their students succeed. You know, one of the reasons that we bring our viewers these positively Jack stories is we hope that seeing good things that are working in our community will then encourage you to do more. And there are so many fantastic teachers out there in the world, right? And we need to encourage them and tell them you're fantastic. Thank you for what you do. And hope that they'll be a catalyst for change too. If there's just kids in the classroom who are struggling and just need a little extra help.
They need that energy. They need that smile, the encouragement, and say, look, we're in this together. We are a team.
Yeah.
We are a team here.
100%.
Wow. Well,
So congratulations to those students, right? So fantastic.
Awesome. Awesome stuff right there. Great story.